Let's now talk about the IPL festive season boosting ad spends and what really have been the observations on ground. Navin Khemka, the CEO at MediaCom South Asia, joins in on the show right now. Navin, hi, morning. Good to have you on the show. With IPL and festive season, are you seeing a marked recovery in ad spends across TV as a medium?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Happy to be back on your show. And yeah, we are seeing a recovery which is quite dominant, and especially this last quarter of 2020. And I would say the key reasons actually, yeah, IPL is one of them because IPL almost brought in about 3,000 crores of advertising spends back, which obviously got wiped off in Q2. That is when traditionally IPL happens. Apart from that, I would say the two other factors which are really contributing to this are no lockdowns imposed by local governments now. So therefore, there is a need to open up the economy, and therefore that is extremely positive, and that is also helping. And also, I would say the extended festival period. This time, the festival period has actually got extended by almost 4 weeks from I would say Ganesh Chaturthi to till Diwali, and because of that, Diwali is only 15th of November this weekend. So it is really given the entire the marketing fraternity 4 extra weeks to actually prepare for this entire pent up demand, festival demand that was there in the economy, and that is really helping.
Sure. Naveen, what about categories of companies advertising? Would it mainly be consumer technology and edtech companies? Because that's where the big boom has happened in COVID.
Yeah, of course. So I would say FMCG continues to be very very strong, and the health sector continues to be very strong. But however, the categories that we've seen really grow this year are actually gaming is one of the big categories that has grown big time because obviously people had a lot of disposable time, and they obviously engage in a lot of gaming activities. Technology wherever which is helping in working from home. That is the other category which we saw a huge spurt, be it laptops, be it mobile phones, and so on and so forth. Apart from that, yes, education leading to edutech, obviously, which is online education, saw a huge spurt. And obviously our favorite e-commerce, given that this is festival season and a lot of people are not going out to shop, they're actually ordering online. So we are seeing a huge spurt on e-commerce activity, both in terms of GMVs and obviously in terms of subsequent media activities.
Hi, Avan joining in. So certainly looking very buoyant when it comes to television as a medium, but what about print? Is the story the same or quite different within the print segment in terms of ad spends, and when do you think that it will return to pre-COVID levels?
The good question actually. Actually, print actually went down not because people didn't want to be on print. It actually went down because the circulation on print went down. Because people were very scared that print would actually get COVID home and so on and so forth, which is absolutely baseless if you really ask me. So if you look at the volumes on print, especially in case of the larger metros, it seems to be back in the festival season, especially on the weekends. The smaller towns, the smaller metros were never an issue. Actually, from July onwards, we saw that recovery happening, and they continue to behave very very strongly. So my sense is even post Diwali, with so many mobile phone launches, with so many auto launches actually lined up, I think print should see a buoyant recovery in the next couple of months. It should sustain itself, and next year it should be pretty much be on a path of recovery.
Okay, so that sounds encouraging for that segment. And we also understand that nearly 1,800 new advertisers, 1,900 brands have been advertising on digital in the July to September quarter. Is this medium going to see exponential growth compared to the rest of the categories?
Of course, I mean, digital is here to stay, and digital is obviously growing very, very fast. And in fact, this year, if the entire ADEX is going to go down by about 25%, digital is the least affected. In fact, we are estimating digital to go down by only 15%. And more brands who are actually wanting to reach out to their consumers in a slightly more cost effective, in a more segmented, in a very niche sort of a format, are using digital as their first go to strategy into the market. So, yes, digital is here to stay, and they are the ones who are going to come out of this pandemic the fastest, followed by television, and then followed by the other mediums in 2021. As an industry, I think we will go back around 2 years as far as overall spends are concerned, but digital really will come back within the next 1 year. I would say 2021, we would be at 2019 levels on digital. And from 2022 onwards, I think digital will have a huge growth story in India. By 2025, what I estimate is digital to actually overtake also television in India. So it could become the single largest medium in India. So next 2 to 3 years, I would say the next decade is very important from a digital point of view, and it could be absolutely a game-changing moment for them for the next 5 to 10 years.
Sure. Specifically, Navin, within TV, where is it that you're seeing healthy growth in terms of advertising? And does it continue to be FMCG which is in the lead?
FMCG, obviously, the certain sectors of FMCG, obviously showing a very, very healthy, robust growth because they are seeing an uplift in demand. Outside of FMCG, as I said, I mean, the traditional categories of e-commerce, extremely heavy, gaming, auto, edutech, and these are the categories which are all relying a lot on television because they are looking to expand their audience bases. They are looking to reach out to larger audiences, and television in India rightfully helps them to do that. So, from a reach point of view, from the ability to be able to reach out to smaller town cities, from the ability to be able to garner masses, big numbers, I think television is giving brands a huge amount of support in their activity.